Have you ever noticed some men walk into a room and say nothing, yet somehow everyone feels them? No noise, no bragging, no need to prove anything, just presence, calm, steady, undeniable. And then there are others, loud, laughing, trying too hard to be seen. But the louder they speak, the less respect they command. So the question is, why? Real power doesn't come from volume. It comes from energy, from the way you carry yourself when you're completely silent. A strong man doesn't announce his strength, he radiates it. And here's the brutal truth. Most men today have forgotten that. They think freedom means doing whatever they want. But Stoic philosophy teaches the opposite. True freedom is the power to say no to everything unworthy of you. So if you want to live as a real man, unshaken by lust, unmoved by emotion, and free from the need for validation, then these are the 5 skills you must carve into your DNA. Skill number 1, sexual discipline. This is the hardest part to hear, but it's also the most important. Most men today don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they can't control their desires. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Most guys are slaves to their impulses, wasting time, focus, and energy chasing women, scrolling through fantasies, bragging about meaningless hookups. We call it freedom, but in truth, it's slavery in disguise. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The strongest man is not the one who conquers others, but the one who conquers his own desires." Every time you choose instant pleasure, you lose a piece of your strength. Every time you give in to temptation, you grow weaker, not just in body, but in spirit. Picture this. A Roman soldier, before battle, was required to remain celibate for 7 days. Not out of superstition, but because they believed every indulgence drained the warrior's fire. A man's true power lies in his ability to transform desire into direction. Desire itself isn't evil. Lack of discipline with desire, that's what destroys men. A man who can master his biological energy doesn't chase anymore. He attracts because he has purpose, direction, presence. Look around. Society has turned sex into entertainment. People treat bodies like products and emotions like trash. They call it modern, but it's the slow decay of the soul. Men think they're enjoying freedom as they move from one partner to another. But the truth is, they're just running from their own emptiness. Every time you sleep with someone, you exchange more than your body. You exchange energy, emotion, even fragments of your mind. So choose carefully. And when you choose, commit, learn, understand. Sex isn't a competition, it's a language of connection. A real man doesn't just take, he gives. He makes a woman feel safe, seen, understood. Because the difference between a boy and a man isn't in how many women he's been with. It's in how he treats the one he chooses. To control desire doesn't mean to suppress it. It means to transform it into focus, into creation, into strength. The man who controls his desire controls his destiny. Because a man's greatest power isn't in his muscles, it's in his self-control. Skill number 2, emotional control. You can win a battle, but if your emotions control you, you'll lose the war of life. In this age, most men are weak, not in body, but in spirit. One insult, they explode. One failure, they collapse. One unanswered message, they panic. The world doesn't need more men who react. It needs men who observe, who think, and then act. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you that disturbs you. It's how you interpret it." Picture this. You're in a meeting. Voices rise, chaos spreads. Everyone's arguing, losing control. And then there's one man, calm, silent, listening. He thinks, pauses, and speaks one line. so clear, so composed, that the entire room falls silent. That is the power of calm. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "The strong man is the one who can stay calm in the rage of others." The Stoic man understands this. Emotions are guests, not masters. You can let them in, but never let them rule your home. Remember this: your calmness threatens the weak. When you don't react, you take away their control. A student once asked Epictetus, "How do I stop being angry when someone insults me?" He replied, "See them as someone who is sick, and you'll feel compassion, not anger." Learn to be the silence in the storm. When everyone speaks, listen. When everyone reacts, observe. When everyone fears, smile. Because the man who controls himself controls every situation. Skill number 3, the art of communication. Power isn't only in the fists, it's in the words. Some men talk non-stop, and no one listens. Others speak one sentence, and the room goes silent. The difference isn't the number of words, it's their weight. Seneca said it well. Speech is the mirror of the mind. If your mind is chaotic, your words will be messy. But when your mind is clear, you don't need many words. Every line lands with force. A Roman general once gave a death sentence in 3 words. No yelling, no theatrics. That's the power of speech, backed by credibility. In today's world, men talk too much because they fear silence. They fear being ignored. They fear not being seen. But the Stoic knows, the right silence is stronger than 1,000 words. When you speak, don't aim to impress. Aim to instill trust. Don't ramble. Don't over-explain. Don't try to please. Slow down. Think clearly. Speak with weight. Let your words sound like a statement, not a request for permission. When you speak, be clear. When you're silent, be intentional. Train your voice to be slow, steady, resonant, as if every word costs something. Because one day, you'll need to say less and make the world listen. Skill number 4, personal discipline. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Everyone has lazy days, days of doubt, days of exhaustion, but the disciplined man doesn't wait for motivation. He acts, even when he doesn't feel like it. He persists, even when he sees no results. That is real freedom. Freedom from emotion, freedom from procrastination, freedom from the weaker version of yourself. Someone once asked Marcus Aurelius, "Great emperor, what is the secret of greatness?" He replied, "Do the right thing, even when no one is watching." Discipline is the foundation of all strength. Without it, nothing you build will last. A man can be smart, he can be talented, he can be full of ideas, but without discipline, he'll stay stuck at potential. While the man with less talent, but more consistency, will surpass them all. Most men quit when things get hard, but the disciplined man thrives in hardship. He treats pain as training. He turns repetition into art, and in the end, he becomes unbreakable. Skill number 5, self-respect and boundaries. This is the root of everything. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. Self-respect isn't arrogance. It's inner boundaries. It's the power to say no when something insults your values. It's refusing to beg for validation because you already know who you are. It's having the courage to walk alone when the crowded path demands that you lose yourself to belong. Weak men beg. Strong men set boundaries. When you have self-respect, you don't need to threaten anyone. You radiate power quietly in how you stand, in how you look, in how you stay calm when provoked. Everything about you sends one message. I don't need to prove anything. I know my worth. The Stoic man understands this truth. He doesn't need to be liked. He needs to be respected. And respect never comes from pleasing others. It comes from living by your own principles. When you live that way, people start treating you differently. not because you demanded it, but because they can feel it. Conclusion: the Stoic man. Picture this: a man sits alone at night, writing in silence, just like Marcus Aurelius once did in Carnuntum. Outside, war, disease, rebellion. Inside, calm, focus, stillness. He writes, "You cannot control the world, but you can control how you respond to it." That is the soul of the Stoic man. He doesn't ask the world to be gentle. He trains himself to become stronger than whatever the world throws at him. The 5 skills you've just heard, they're not self-improvement hacks. They're weapons of the soul. 1. Control your desire so your energy serves your purpose. 2. Control your emotions so chaos never shakes your core. 3. Control your words so your voice carries weight. 4th, master discipline so you act even when you're exhausted. 5. Guard your self-respect so you live as a free man, never a slave to anything, not even yourself. Carve these into your bones because you'll need them in love, in loss, in the darkest nights of your life. And when that time comes, you'll finally understand. The strongest man isn't the one who controls others. It's the one who masters himself. A real man doesn't need to say, "I am strong." He makes the whole world feel it through his silence. When you master yourself, you don't need to conquer the world because the world is already within your control. So if this message spoke to you, take a breath, reflect, and keep walking the Stoic path. Tap the like button if you felt that truth. Subscribe, not for entertainment, but for your discipline. Because each week we sharpen the mind and fortify the spirit. And now, leave a single line in the comments below, your commitment to the path. Write this: "I choose mastery over comfort." Let's begin the journey together.